Hello! Hello and good evening everyone, welcome to the MBTA Commuter add-on preview stream with myself, Harriet, one of the community managers at Dovetail, and this way. There you go, Matt, there you are. There you go.
Hello.
And Matt!
Welcome everyone.
Welcome.
You alright, Harry?
What have we... I am. I'm very excited. You could say I am nuclear with excitement. You put me on the spot. I panicked. I am going to be making a lot of puns tonight, so please don't fall out.
Well, let's not fall out. You got there just as I did.
I've got these written down. I am cheating a little bit. But I put in the work to write these down. Yeah. What are we up to tonight, Matt? Well, I mean, do you want me to say what we're up to tonight?
Do
you want to talk about
what we're...
Okay, you talk about what we're actually up to tonight, and I'll just talk a little bit about MBTA. So MBTA is TSW5's first add-on. It's been worked on for a little while now. We have. Let's have a little look. We got some cool stuff to show you this evening, including the HSP 46 and the new sounds that come with it. We are going to be doing some. Are we going to be doing some nighttime stuff, Matt? Are we doing any nighttime stuff this evening?
I haven't actually. I was looking at the list of what I put together. Nighttime is lacking, so maybe we'll do. So we're going to run the F40 on a geometry train. Maybe we'll do that at night. How does that sound?
I'd like to.
It's at 9:54 in the morning, so that's not going to be any good. All right, we'll throw in a little bit of extra nighttime in there. You know, I can't make 9:54 in the morning night, so I will. We'll throw in a little something. Make a note so that I don't forget.
I'm definitely. I will not forget. We'll not forget about our impromptu night mode. So MBTA stands for, sorry if I get this wrong, Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. This route, did I get it right? Am I getting it right?
You did.
Did I get that right?
believe so.
Yes, I didn't even write that down. The route itself is 44 miles or 70 kilometers. 70 kilometers long. It's got 18 stations on it. We've got a couple of articles out already. One of our Brandon, lovely Brandon, has written some really interesting things about signalling. Brandon cannot join us this evening. I'll do my best to yap about signalling if I need to. But Brandon has said in the forums that he's happy to answer any questions about signalling as well. Thank goodness. You cannot rely on me for that. So Matt, what are we up to this evening?
Brandon also put some really good signalling diagrams, I believe, in, and what they called signal progression charts. In
the forums. Let me get a link. Oh gosh, that's so bright. That's so bright. Okay, there we go. Woo. Okay, there it is. A magic.
Hey,
look, Brandon's in the chat.
There he is. Cactus Juice is Brandon in the chat.
Perfect. We were singing your praises, Brandon. Signaling. I got up to signaling. This particular route is it's important transport for commuters around Boston. It's scenic. I had a little peek earlier. I had a little sneak peek earlier. And I didn't do it in a Class 66, by the way. I hope you're very proud of me, Matt. I actually tried our locos that are involved in this for once and didn't use a Class 66. Yeah.
Very good.
It took me a while, but we're not going to talk about that. And we've also got a bunch of layers that will work for this as well. Matt, would you like to kick us off? What are we starting with?
Well, let's do the usual. I do a quick tour of the menus and we have a look and see what kind of scenarios and things we've got in here. So let me flip to the business end of things. So let's start. Okay. We've got scenarios. We've got 5 scenarios. Take me home from the ball game in the HSP. Patriots, which is in the F40 and the CDC3. Draft day, HSP in the Rotem. Reverse is F40 and Rotem. And Southampton's log in pretty much everything by the looks of it. So got 5 scenarios there with stuff to do. You've got training modules. There's 4 of those for the 2 ends, and then inside here there's an ATC and access introduction, as well as the usual route introduction. So there's a route intro. This one is an intro to the cab signalling on the route as well. Cab signalling is quite interesting on this. It's not hard. Sorry, it's not hard, but it will guide you through pretty much what you need to do. You're quiet over the game audio. I made myself quieter because everyone said I was too loud a minute ago. So never mind. Let me turn the game volume down just a fraction. Hopefully that's a little better. Right, okay, let's get into services. I've obviously got everything installed, so as you can see, there are quite a few things you can do here. So you obviously got the HSP. We'll come back to that. You've got the Amtrak. Now the Acela really isn't doing much more than just shuttling between Southampton Yard and Boston, because its main run is it shoots off down the northeast corridor, which is exactly not where we're going. So you can see them as AI. You've got the Rotem, again, come back to that. The AC 4400 has some bits to do, so I'm not going to run them, but just as an idea of some of the things that you've got there, as you can see through these run times, there's some reasonably substantial stuff going on here, not just in terms of switching, but also in terms of runs along the line. So that you can see that's from Worcester to Framingham. Now, these are layers. These are reusing the existing trains, so these do not have cab signalling. So what you will need to do is make sure that you have got the track monitor so that you can see signals up ahead. Otherwise you are driving blind. So we thought that was a compromise that would let you be able to run freight up and down sections of the route, and you'll be able to by using the track monitor, you'll then make sure that you're okay with that. So that's that. ACS 64, again, it looks to me very much like it's just Boston Station, Southampton Yard shuttles, because again that runs up the northeast corridor. The C40 is going to be doing the same things as the AC 4400. You've got the CTC3 cab car, which is a single deck. This and the F40 have come over from Boston Providence. These are not layered. These are new versions of these trains that have been upgraded. They've got all the latest features, suspension, and the F40 has a completely new sound set. So I'll go more into what we did with reference as we go. GP38 has a couple of different things. You've got a couple of services here with the GP38, and then you've got the SD40 here, which again has got some different services and some overlap services as well. So there's plenty to do actually for freight, and the yards are all filled with an assortment of freight cars. One thing I do want to call out is the Acela doesn't load up on Gen 8. It's not there on Gen 8. Everything else is, but the Acela's not there on Gen 8. Okay. Right. So let's start off with the HSP. I think probably everyone's probably saying, "Will you just get in the train?" So we're starting on. I've been recommended 513 by the beta testers. So we'll do that. I'm just going to make this July clear. Keep it simple. Now what we're going to do is, as with a lot of these runs. We just run it about halfway with this, and then we'll do the other half the other way again, back the other way with the Rotem. So you'll see the whole route, and you'll see a good chunk with both of those trains in there. Right, let's get going.
Sounds good to me. Would you say that you're McReady to go?
Yay.
Oh God. Oh no.
It's just going downhill from here, folks.
It's
right.
it's going to be one of those nights.
It is. Right, let's turn the cab light on so we can see what we're doing. I love this cab. It's just such a nice cab. It's a modern design. Actually, the design of the HSP46 is the same designer. For those of you that know your US locos, this is the same designer that did the Genesis series, the P42s. So there's a bit of heritage there. Let's get the Genfield switch on. We'll get gauge lights turned on up here. Otherwise than that, we're good. We'll turn the cab light off in a minute. Let's get the doors open. Now I need to, let's just have a look at this screen actually over here. This is some cool stuff going on in here. So one thing that will confuse you a little bit is this display up here with all of the coaches. And if you've got single decker coaches, what you're going to find is that they don't show up on here, and this is exactly as expected. This only shows your double decker coaches. Don't ask me why, presumably software compatibility in the coaches and so forth, but that's why that's only showing double decker coaches, and that's completely prototypical. You've got a bunch of brake gauges, some information about what's going on. You've got some status gauges about what's going on over here, as well as the safety system statuses. So your safety systems on this are on the back wall. So let's go ahead and open the door here. We've got ATC and access on that. And then up here you've got the alerter cutout. And now if we look over on here, you'll see that, you'll see ATC access are in there, and alerter cutout is disabled. So we've confirmed our safety systems are on. I'm going to go ahead and get the doors closed because I'm mean. And we can confirm then that our train is ready to go. And the doors closed light should come on. There we go. The doors lights on. There are some different screens down here. They don't really do a whole lot, but there's a little bit to look at in those. And no one's told me what the password is there, so I'm going to assume that doesn't do anything. And they're all messing with me. You do get a door indicators up here as well, so when the doors are open, you can see what's going on in there. So there's a little bit there. Over here, you've also got things like your brake cutout controls as well. So if you want to do your set your air brakes up and so forth, you can do that up here as well, but the defaults are correct for this, so you don't have to worry. Right, it's time to go. Get the cab light off. I guess before we go, let's take a look outside. So we've got the HSP here. I love this train, it's so good.
There it is.
I mean, it's just, you know, the colour does it all really.
It's beautiful.
What's going on? So we're going to Worcester. We've got, these are the double deck coaches. Let's go back. Looks like we've got one rogue single in the back here. This is random, so the train basically is random what you actually get, which is good because it means you see a ton of variety going on. We've got new PAS here as well. You've got a number of changes along the route, so if you compare this with the original route, you'll find that Boston's had a general uplift. But remember, this is sort of 2018, 2019 Boston. It is not the same as the as it stands in modern day, because Boston Station's changed quite a lot.
They've revamped it.
They have.
They've given it some. They've given it some love.
Yes.
Some cheer.
So this is your cab signalling here. You can see at the moment we're on ATC with a limit of 20, which is a restricting aspect. And we can get in there. Before I go anywhere, I'll also explain permanent suppression. So this train has something really, really confusing because it has a permanent suppression indicator, and on the brake lever here, it has a suppression setting. They are not the same thing. So what happens is permanent suppression is used if you are getting a signal reduction and you need to acknowledge that you're going to obey that reduction. So what you do is if you apply and you do a 17-pound reduction on the brake pipe here, so you drop the white needle here down to 97. So if I apply the brakes here and we pull the brake down to about the right level, you see permanent suppression comes on, but you'll notice I'm not actually in the suppression setting. Permanent suppression is all you need to acknowledge an alarm, so you don't need all the brakes. If you get into a penalty state, then you need suppression. So that's where you go to full service, beyond full service to suppression. That's enough to get out of a penalty state. Okay? Right, let's release. Not 17 pounds sterling, 17 psi. Right, let's get out of here. You can see already that both screens are reporting power being applied, and we're off.
Having a little move forward. It's
Nicely
a hot July day.
cabs.
You get the windows open.
It's a nice insulated cab, so also you want to get some extra sounds in that cab as well. Once you get it up to high notches, it sings.
It's you can already. I think you can probably predict what the noise that the chat were asking for earlier, Matt. I think you can probably predict it. I'll let you have a go. Oh, they've already put it. They put it in. But they're after the horns.
Yeah, I know I'm going too fast. This is nothing unusual for me.
Are we going to do any overshoots tonight, Matt?
Absolutely, definitely, probably. So let's have a quick look at the map. So this is Boston South Station. This is the reversing loop that the Amtrak trains use, and this is the depot. So there is some bits going up and down into Southampton Yard. This is the back bay you're all familiar with from Boston Providence that heads down the North East Corridor, and this is the bit of back bay that we're going to be using that takes us all the way to Worcester over here. We'll look at the map some more as we go. We're going to run the F40, so remind me to run the horn at the same time, but it's had new sounds. So actually worth talking about that as we get started here. Oh, cab signalling has upgraded to 30, but the line just upgraded a little bit. Actually, I want a big shout out actually to MBTA, who at relatively short notice were able to support the team going out there for 2 weeks. And they rolled out the red carpet for the team. They put on extra trains for us with the different trains that we wanted to look at, so that we could get all the recordings we needed, get all the photographs we needed. Literally nothing was too difficult. It was absolutely magnificent, and hopefully you'll see that in what you see and hear in the game. Beacon Park, you'll have to remind me where that is, Trixie, when we get there.
Yes, we've had a couple of people wanting to see Beacon Park actually.
Yeah.
We had somebody on
I know where Westboro
the
Transflow is, but I've not named Beacon Park in my runs yet. So
we've got
your Boston Providence line trains should be on the left-hand tracks here. So sorry, carry on.
That's okay. I was going to say we've got a couple of MBTA fans in the chat as well, so they might even be confident enough to go, oh, it might be A up, but they probably won't say A up.
They should definitely say A up.
A up, A up. Beacon Park's coming up.
How much of the Grand Junction? Where is Grand Junction trains at Cambridge?
And the T is short for MBTA, right? Is that right?
The T.
So the T.
Yeah, see, the T
like
is what
the
they
T.
call the line. Yeah.
The T.
Beacon Park is a massive empty dirt yard that used to be an intermodal terminal about 5 miles out of Boston. Okay.
We I am, if we do miss a question, just be assured I am doing everything I can to grab it, so that when we go through questions at the end, we might know the answer to it, or I might be able to post the answers in the forums when we get the answers. But we will do some Q&A bits a little later.
About 5 miles out. Where would that place that? It's not there. It's going to be probably not here, is it? This is Framingham Yard, which is accessible, and there's stuff going in and out of there that you can play. You've got this yard here west of Framingham. You've got, this is the Westborough Transflow here, the stuff going on around there. There's more stuff going on here, and then you've got other freight here as you come into Worcester, just here. Lock doors. Right. Are all the services the same amount of cars and other double headers? I don't recall the answer to that question.
I can't see it in my answers either, but what we will do is if we don't know the answer, it'll get added, and we'll and when I post the answers on the forum, I'll get the answers to those questions, if they have answers, if they have them. Sometimes we don't have all of the answers, like the meaning of life.
The other thing you'll find is that the stations on this line have got two levels. You got the higher level for disabled access, and you got the normal lower level stations on the route. And the doors have got the automatic thing which opens and closes the hatch, depending on where they are, whether they're since they're next to the platforms as well. So we've left the original Boston Providence route. That's headed off south, and we're continuing west. Other express ones. So the timetable is really interesting on this one. Belugas are cool. So MBTA run a really interesting range of services on this, and this is all captured in the timetable. So one of the things that you'll notice is we get, so like here at Lansdowne, you've got two tracks, yeah? As you get a bit further along, sort of here, yeah, there's only a track on one side. And so there's this really interesting thing where if I was heading westbound as I am now, and I want to be able to stop at Auburndale, then it'll route me onto the left-hand track. And so this was explained to me that I think in the evening, for example, when most people want a good service coming out of Boston to go home, obviously, what they do is they switch the tracks, and westbound becomes left track, so that the westbound trains get access to the platforms, and the eastbound trains express run eastbound past all the platforms. And I think the opposite happens in the morning. So you find all sorts of strange things going on, and it's all completely based on how it works prototypically. So you won't always be running right. Sometimes you'll run left, and sometimes you run left for a bit, and sometimes you run left almost the entire way. It's fascinating. It's almost like no two runs are the same. Really, really interesting timetable. And that's, again, it's copied from the real one. Right, coming into Lansdowne.
Ooh. Near Fenway? Is Fenway Park near here?
Yeah, not too far, I think. The grey SD40 is from the one of the New Journeys packs from a long time ago, Liam. Basically, that SD40 will sub into anywhere that an SD40 goes, so it kind of follows it around. What made you choose the HSP over the GP40? The HSP is far more prevalent than the GP40. I'd love to do a GP40 as well, but no, the HSP is also the one that everybody asked for. When we did Boston Providence, the F40 and the single decks, everyone said, why didn't you do the HSP and the double decks? So we did the HSP and the double decks, which realistically was a fair call. But the reason was lack of access at the time, which, as I say, MBTA were nothing short of outstanding on for this route.
I've just had a little look at the GP40. That is a tank.
It's old school.
I love it. Don't get me wrong though. I love the purple trains on this. I love them. I went crazy today. I had my nail appointment at lunchtime, and I had purple nails done in celebration.
Nay.
It's a nice boring fact for you, but I now have MBTA purple nails with some little grey bits on them.
Hello. Oh, we're crossing over in fact on this service then. So we're going to run a westbound stopper. So this one is actually one where we're going to be running wrong line for a bit, which is just weird and so cool.
That was a beautiful shot, Matt. Beautiful shot.
Thank you. This is Beacon Yard, I take it. Oh, hello, I'm going to get yelled at in a minute. Oh no, we're on a 79. Phew. But let's not go too fast because we're stopping at the next station, Boston Landing.
Oh, apparently Beacon Park is around right now.
Yeah, that's this one.
Beacon Park. That is, you are correct, yes. Thank you, Wendy. Beacon Park. Alright, there we go.
How long is a full ride end to end? Most of the services range from about an hour and 15 to an hour and 35, depending on what they're doing. So something along that ballpark.
I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to get from. We're not going to go. I was in free roam. We don't need to talk about that.
Where's New Balance headquarters, Max? Eddie? We don't have the trains for the Lakeshore Limited MBTA fan. Need Genesis for that. Or Charger or something like that.
On the left.
It's the big shoe building.
Shoe building.
This thing, I guess.
Oh, that!
That's a shoe building.
We might be doing a... Well, I'd say... Oh, I don't know, actually. We are doing a... oh gosh, my brain is drawn blank. I got distracted with the shoe building. We are doing a guard mode run. Are we doing that later, Matt? We are.
We're going to be here all night. I've got loads of runs planned, so you can have a look at everything. Harry doesn't know that yet.
All right. That's fine. We're going to be here till midnight, right?
Yep. At least.
Perfect. Excellent. I didn't need to sleep. I hate sleep. So what was that? What was the shoe building? Oh, right there on the left. Right there on the left. White building next to Boston Landing. Ooh.
Right, 79 limit now, 3.3 miles to Newtonville. All of the single decks in the F40 I've said have had the suspension upgrade added to them as well.
No, midnight UK time, but midnight USA time. I bet that's something that you would do anyway, Matt. I don't know. It depends if we're in the US, but it could be 12 hours. We don't know. We don't know at this point.
I've accidentally streamed for 10 hours before now. You know, it happens.
What? What do you mean accidentally?
Oh, 10 hours is nothing.
Well,
10 hours is like pressing the streaming button and breathing out.
that's a lot more hardcore than me. I like to sleep. I did see. What did I see? There are not any Fallout collectibles, but collectibles-wise, I can tell you what collectibles we do have. We got route maps, warning signs, posters, and baseball memorabilia. Which, if I remember rightly, was like a cap and some socks and something else.
Guess what colour the socks are, folks?
Orange?
Ish.
No way! Somebody got it! Somebody got it! That is the collectibles.
Oh,
there are no
another train coming the other direction.
There are no. Oh, wee! Oh,
that one's
gosh,
only a 5
looks...
car, and I'm longer than that, I think. So
Oof.
yeah, I'm a 7. So yes, the trains are different lengths. To answer the question someone asked earlier on about that.
Well, the Fallout references that we are getting are coming from me, so don't you worry. There's still Fallout references, but they're not in the game. But that means that we would have had to we would have had to work with Bethesda as well. If we ever do that, Matt, please send me. Okay, let me do it, because they've got a giant Vault Boy that I've had my eye on in the studio for ages. It might be too big to smuggle in my suitcase. It's like 6 foot tall, but you know.
Right, coming into Newtonville. It's weird driving on the wrong side of the road, so.
Is it the wrong side or is it just a different side?
A different side. Oh, ATC is getting all upset at me. There we go.
The live stream is right now, Odin Moore. It's right now. You didn't miss it. You're right here. Unless you've travelled forward in time.
Unless you're watching this on a recording later on, in which case it's not live anymore.
In which case, yes. In which case, hello from the past.
Yes. Oh, this is interesting actually. So there's some of these stations, and this was something that was we looked into when we were building the route. Was you'll notice the platform there is further back than it is up here, and that's intentional because that, even though it looks like a platform, is actually a walkway to get from the stairs onto the platform. So you can see this is one of these platforms that's only on this side, and it's a low platform. Looks like a really happy, well-used place.
It is. I really enjoyed my run on this route. I really loved it. It might have replaced my favourite route. I think it might have done. I'm a little biased though, I do love Boston.
It is blended dynamic brake, Temple, yeah. You can see on here when the dynamic brake kicks in, because you get the yellow bar extending to the left when the dynamic brake kicks in. It's just blended though, there's no dedicated lever for it. You've just got your automatic brake and your independent brake.
I'm sure that we'll hear the horn again.
West Newton. Probably should take the brakes off. Might get away faster. Yeah, the road signs, the team have put accurate road signs in the areas as well, not just like copies of, like some of the routes previously have had sort of copied ones, so you'll see these have got accurate road signs. We'll be doing guard mode, Matthew, so we can look inside the carriages in guard mode.
That will be coming later. So for Gen 8, this will work fine. It's the only thing is that there's no access to the Amtrak. Is it a sealer?
The Acela.
Is it pronounced a sealer?
Acela.
Acela. So there's no access to the Amtrak Acela layer, just to help out with stability. But everything else... Oh, you can't see me doing a thumbs up, but I'm doing doing a thumbs up. Matt can see me doing a thumbs up. There you go, Matt.
There you go, I can see the thumbs up. Confirmed.
Perfect.
79 on top is a standard speed limit. They just don't, I guess they don't see there's a lot of extra restrictions apply if you go above 80. I mean, we're running with cab signalling, we have access, which is PTC, but 79 is fast enough on this route, to be honest, so they're probably not seeing the need to go and get certified for a higher speed limit. So this is not a high speed route. It's not a slow route either. I mean, there are good chunks where you run 79 and then the rest of the route is 60 still, so...
It's nice to take it slow. You don't want to frighten those commuters by barreling.
I'm already
through
driving the
speed
train, so the commuters are going to be frightened, does it? There's no hope for them.
Do you know what though? You've not overshot yet, Matt. I've been watching. I've not seen you overshoot
I am
yet.
running quite late though.
Oh.
Well, I say quite.
There's
late.
time. There's
About
time.
a minute, but still.
Oh, that's not so bad. That's you know what? That's better than we've got. That's better than we got in Leicester.
There's lots of these scaffolding staircases as well, which is quite an interesting feature.
Apparently we're not running that late.
The Operation Lifesaver posters.
Yes, yeah.
Actually,
So
let
are
me-
are they real posters?
Yeah. Yeah. We have a partnership with
That's very cool.
Operation Lifesaver.
Yes.
Caution, the door is about to close.
Right. Is the mix of double-decker and single-lever coaches random aside the very last one? I think even the back end of the train, the cab car, will be random as well. Auburndale is next.
Is this double track all the way, Matt?
It is double track, but like I said, it's sometimes it can be two tracks going in the same direction. Sometimes it can be left track running, sometimes right track running. This is not your conventional two-track route. But yeah, it is two-track all the way. I don't know whether or not there's shenanigans going on behind me. Oh, there's one right behind me, look. Who's behind me? Oh, it's an F40. Oh, it's the geometry train. And that's going to get sneaking up behind me all the time because it's not really interested in stopping at stations.
Is this because we were 1 minute late?
No, that train's not being held up by anything, so it will just
Oh, okay.
it will coast up behind me, and it's not interested in stopping at stations, so it will just catch up with anything in front of it. Maybe someone can correct me, but I believe geometry trains are used for checking loading gauge and seeing if there's anything that shouldn't be anywhere inside where the trains will be.
Like a no, it's gone out of my head. Like a like a guard, like it's making sure that there's nothing around.
Well, it'd be for is there anything encroaching, like trees or buildings. Yeah, geometry train measures all the track measurements to make sure everything is all right. There you go. How come signalling lets it get so close? American railroads run on a permissive rule set, Chief Longshin. They don't really do stop signals, and they allow multiple trains into same block. Essentially, the way it works is that you would be on a restricting aspect, which would limit your speed, and you're also, when you're on a restricting aspect, you're also driving on sight. So be prepared to stop your train on sight. Oh, it's about ensuring the track is within gauge. There you go. So making sure that the track hasn't warped or anything like that.
Okay.
Wellesley Farm is next.
Wellesley Farm? Was that your northern accent, Matt? I've been told about your northern accent.
It's terrible.
It's not the worst northern accent I've ever heard, if that's any help.
Right, Wellesley Farm, a couple of miles. We've got 45 limit on the access at the moment. That was the alert up. Well, actually, we're on ATC because we're on a reduced signal aspect. Means we're probably following something, or there's shenanigans up ahead. We're changing tracks. We're going to head back over onto the right hand side. So this is one of those trains where you're only on the left just for the stations that you want to stop at on the single areas. But some trains actually run the long chunk of the route actually on the, even right from Boston South Station, you're a wrong track. Right, your left track, it's not wrong, your left track running. So we're crossing over here. At this point the geometry train will presumably skedaddle past us on the left. Put a bit more power on. There you go. Back on access again now. Signal restriction is off, which means we're on access limit. Yeah, there's an in-game tutorial on the access and ATC up here. Oh no, that's crossing over as well. That's good. I was hoping there'd be a cool flyby, but never mind. No cool flyby. Denied. Geometry train is drivable, yes. We'll be running it briefly later on. Just have a look at the F40. Oh, geometry train going the other way. Must be the season for geometry trains. So it's lunchtime, isn't it? So it's lower density.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss the station if I don't drop some brakes soon.
Oh. You can do it. I believe in you.
The brakes on this are quite good, actually. They're quite effective. You can see that the dynamics have kicked in here, and it's eased off on the air brakes on the loco, so you've got full blended braking. And this is an example of one of these stations where you have to pull forward to the sign here, so that you get as many coaches as possible, coach doors.
I will eat you.
Matt? Yeah.
Will the new trains layer onto Boston Sprinter?
I don't think there's been any change to Boston Sprinter. It's something I would like to do, but at the moment Boston Sprinter hasn't seen any changes at all in that respect. We need to make sure everything works. We'd ended up doing quite a lot of changes to everything, so it wasn't just a quick copy paste backport. Wellesley Hills, Madam Mile. Yeah, I know. I need to get more confidence in coming to a stop. CTSL. Real train drivers always come in faster and hotter than I do. Mostly because the amount of Mickey taking that I get for missing a station is much higher than the amount of Mickey taking I get for coming in slow. So I just,
whoa,
playing the game.
Whoa. I was only asking. I was only asking earlier, Matt. I was only asking. Do you know what? It's you can't blame me. It's the community's fault.
I was specifically pointing fingers at the community there.
Yeah, community.
Yeah, blame chat.
Pointing fingers at you, community. Yeah.
Blame chat.
With my purple nails, with my purple MBTA nails. Could have gone for anything. But I went for purple.
40 coming up, we've got
Lovely,
access to 60,
lovely
we've got a
train.
speed limit of 55 coming into Wellesley Hills. The access will drop us down gradually. You'll see this number here gradually change down, but since we know it's coming and we need to stop, we'll just take the power off and do it the old-fashioned way with the brakes.
I need to participate in the next 4-up challenge, apparently, Matt. Nobody in this chat has seen me drive anything but a Class 66, so... You can indeed drive the geometry train. this is an unusual stop, isn't it? To some rocks.
Oi, listen you. Get off my backside.
Do you know what? I got halfway through that sentence and realised that you weren't supposed to stop. But I was already halfway through the sentence, Matt.
Right, off we go. Wellesley Square. AI trains don't use bells and horns, no, Robert. Eddie, does the geometry train pass us at like Framingham or something?
Maybe it's trying to intimidate you, Matt.
It definitely is.
The driver behind you is judging you. It's me. I'm the driver behind
Driving
you.
behind this guy. Honk honk, get moving!
No,
Stressing me out.
I'm not allowed to honk American trains anymore after what happened with Sam Burney when I went in and the bell was ringing constantly, and it's because I'd put the bell on and it was ringing for about 15 minutes before I finally cracked, called Jamie and went, what is wrong with this train? And Jamie pointed out that there's nothing wrong with the train. I was doing something wrong because I kept honking the horn just for fun. I kept switching the bell on and it was ringing constantly. So I'm banned now. I'm not allowed to. The horn is. I'm not allowed to ring the horn anymore on American trains. Because I feel very bad. I don't know who can hear the bell going off. I don't know whether the people sitting in the front of the train could hear it, but I don't know.
Right, coming into Wellesley
what do you-
Square.
Okay, that train is supposed to follow you all the way, but you're
Yeah, it
supposed to
is.
be further ahead of it, Matt. I was reading the chat. It wasn't me that time, all right?
No,
it
no,
wasn't
no,
me
no.
that time.
I read. I saw that judgment.
Okay.
I saw that judgment.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Oh, hello.
It's all bands. We wouldn't want them to piper down, would we?
Hey.
I managed
One
to
thing
get
I do
in.
want to call out,
Managed
if
to
I
get
can
another one.
get to it. So here we've got grease mats. So these are for cleaning the wheels. Off we go, Natick Centre, which is where the shopping centre is. Those 4 yards I overrode by Windy are not that bad.
I didn't read it out. I was like, you'll see it. I don't need to rub salt in the wound. I'm gonna follow you all the way to Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester. Worcester. Well, how do you say Worcester in a Boston accent? That's
Worcester.
what I'd like to hear.
Woostah.
Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester. See, if I try that, it just sounds like a Cockney accent. A bad one. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Worcester. Worcester. Oh, that's gonna be me now.
I've been to Boston once, because for those of you that haven't heard the story, my wife is from Massachusetts. She was born in Concord and she lived around Framingham and Worcester area. Westboro area, sorry. I think she's in Westboro when I met her. And we went back on holiday to Boston at one point, and I'm not a fan. I've got to be honest. We rode the subway
Boston?
T, but no. The problem with Massachusetts is it reminds me too much of home, of England, and it's like I didn't travel all that way to be in another version of England, even if it is new.
No, I would love to go to Boston. I want to do the Fallout tour in Boston.
Hey, see, there wasn't such a thing
around.
when I went round there. I don't even think there was such a thing as a Fallout when I went there. It was a long time ago. I did enjoy the Science Museum, though. I did enjoy the Science Museum. Yeah, I'm really old, as Lucas keeps reminding me.
No, you're not. You're not old. Fallout has been out since 1997. I mean, obviously not in Boston, but Fallout has been out since 1997.
Well, we got married in '95,
Boston.
so we might well have just been around that time then.
Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, it was just before then. Yeah. Wow, you look so young. I mean, you're so young. You're still so young. You're still so young, Matt. You're still so young. But you look young.
Thank you.
You look very young. Yes. Yeah.
Not bad for 50, eh?
I'm surprised. I thought you were like 40.
Someone
That
said
isn't
that
even
once
me
said
being
that
nice.
to me.
I'm not a nice person. That isn't even me being nice. I'm just being honest. You look like 40.
Someone once said
Well
that to
done,
me.
Matt. Well done. I need your SPF routine.
It was like 25 years ago. Someone said the same thing to me. It wasn't quite as pleasant then.
Oh, no, probably not then. No, not when you were 25.
No, they were like, "Well, you look like you're 40." Oh, thanks.
Gee, that's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Matt is even still waiting to grow his first hair. Thank you very much, Vol. Yeah, much appreciated.
No, chat. Let's not deconstruct Matt's confidence. That one took ages.
Is this Natick? I never actually got to go
No,
to
he's
Natick
not
Mall.
retiring.
God no, long time since I can retire.
Yeah.
And to be
Whoa,
honest-
whoa. We're not letting him go.
Why would I retire? You know, what would I do? Make train games? Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Having too much fun. So I think this is the pre-refurb version of it. There you go. Look, see some Red Sox and some baseball cards.
There
with
it
the
is.
members of the team.
The baseball memorabilia.
And those
That's
are members of the
amazing.
team. Tessa, Sam, and Ryan is on audio. These are, I think, they're artists, and then Ryan is on one of the audio teams. So, yeah, Ryan was one of the people, if not the person, who did the audio on the HSP. I think. Can't remember. I might be doing a misservice to someone. It wouldn't be the first time.
Sean just said in the chat, "Were you born when Fallout started, Harry?" And all I want to say, Sean, is, when do you think I was born? Guess my age. Guess my age, Sean. It's fine. There's no such thing as a wrong answer here. There is.
Don't fall into that trap. Run away.
I was not born the same year that Fallout 1 came out. I was born in the year 1991. Oh, very good. Okay, 98 was good, but I was born in 1991. Sorry, Matt. "33 years old. An old lady at heart, and joints. You know, if you ask my joints, they'll not tell you that I'm 33. They'll tell you that I'm 80.
Same joints
You know, you
I
hit
have,
30. Well, you hit 30, and I just feel like that's it. You make a noise when you stand up or bend down to pick something up. That's just it. Your life. That's just how it goes.
The lake over.
There's
on
been a
the right.
lot. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. I absolutely loved. I It's. I gotta take some. I gotta take some captures. I gotta go on here and go into photo mode and take some pictures because it's just stunning.
Eddie says, "Show the lake."
Look at the lake. The lake.
I love the water effect we've got too now. It's so nice.
Beautiful. It's great water. Oh, what do you mean she's old too, Temple? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What I'm going to say is you walked into that one, Temple.
Oh. I'll remember this. Harry will remember this. Harry dislikes that.
Harry dislikes that, yeah, I was just thinking.
Harry dislikes that.
Right, coming up on West Natick. Yeah, we'll go to Framingham and we'll change trains at Framingham.
Yeah, do another photo mode. Let's play.
I need to go and double
MBTA.
check, but I
Love to
believe
do
photo
that.
mode weather is and all of the issues with photo mode are fixed. Yes, I need to go and double check to make sure that's happened, but I'm pretty sure I saw someone
gosh.
confirming that.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, what is happening with this chat and my what's going on? See that, Matt?
This one's actually got the high level platform on it. Look, so some of them have got the accessible platform, some of them don't. And depending on how well or poorly I stop, we might even get a door on there. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, you should do that anyway. You shouldn't get right up to the platform edge on trains. That's not
I've
very
decided
safe.
to open, but that one stayed down.
Behind the yellow lines.
Where to next? Framingham. Show the station PIS. Okay, Eddie? You say so? I will.
There it is.
Right, we're on our way to Framingham. Let's have a look, see what there is in the yard. Yeah, there's some stuff in
Framingham.
the yard.
The other train is lurking in the background like some monster from the shadows.
Constant.
Like a...
On my tail, yeah.
Yeah.
Like some sort
It's...
of...
Deathclaw.
Damn it, I was trying to think of that as well. It's like, why can't I remember the name of it now? Oh, hello. Places, yeah. Access drop. Hello. Took too long. Now it's upset at me. Put it in full suppression. Oh, hello. Nice. Now we're under the limit. I can reduce it again. But because I had to go into full suppression, it's going to slow me down a bit more. And then we can speed back up again. If you're watching what you're doing a bit more, this is a lot easier.
The crossing. That would have been fine.
Right, this is Framingham. Oh, this one's all singles.
Ooh.
Yeah, we are looking into the Operation Lifesaver livery coaches. No promises on that, but it has come up internally. Someone asked whether or not we could look at it, so we're looking at it, see
Look
whether
at
there's a
that.
possibility there. Because they're quite cool, actually. I like the way they look.
Oh gosh, I've typed all that in capital letters. Oh yeah, oh wow.
And then this is
Sweet
Framingham
livery.
with the yard over here filled with toys.
E tracts, C tracks. Think train.
Caution, the door is about to close.
Right, that's the HSP. I think what we do now is we do Rotem, and we'll do the 510 service. And we'll do that one Worcester to Framingham.
Framingham, yes, that's correct. Don't say my H's. Don't say my H's.
Oh, when we get back to Framingham, remind me to go look at the elevators. I can't remember if they work or not.
Okay.
We'll go and have a look. Right, 510, there it is. And go. Okay, so this is the Rotem. So you've got very similar recognisable controls. Your cab screen is up here. It's giving you pretty much the same information. We've got number light here. We've got gauge lights here. We need to key in to forward. We need to cut in the brakes. So we've added something on here which says whether or not the brakes are cut in here, which is red. And if it's not, you click this brake cut in button and you can then hear the brakes, and then brake cut in goes green. So if you're not getting anywhere in the cab car, cut your brakes in. Right, let's get the door open, and while the passengers are doing their thing, let's go and have a wander around. So this is Worcester. Heading to South Station in 1 minute.
Yes, the horn will be on its way shortly.
We've got one random one at the end of the train again. The randomisation thing does a great job of making me into a liar, but trust me, it is random. Geez, I wonder if there used to be a track up there. So we've got some more yard here. Other times of the day, I've seen this filled with cars. 7:24. Let's get the doors closed. Safety systems are in here. Cab heater, headlights control. This triggers me all the time. This vertical radio that they do it on the HSP 46. Just weird. Where does that line go? That one I don't know. You'll have to explore. Right, let's go to Grafton.
Grafton. Oh, that yard is for intermodal.
You feel more around 10 to 11 a.m. There you go. Right, we're rolling. Let's give it the beans.
Worcester sauce is good on a chip butty, but might I raise that and say put some Worcester sauce on a cheese toasty as well?
Yeah. That's a class act.
So that's going to make me hungry. Can we hear the horn yet, Matt? Is it too early?
It's never too early to hear the horn.
Turns out people love hearing the horn in the game as much as they love hearing trains do it in real life as well. And it's a good one. It is a good one.
Heading east out of Worcester.
Request for the bell as well, Matt.
The other things, there are a number of services that use this. So trains in off-peak, they'll go and park up in here, and later on they'll come back out again into service. So this does get used here with the layover sidings. Okay, we're on access at 40, so supply of the beans. Horn sequencer. There, remind me where the horn sequencer is. There is a button for the horn sequencer. There it is.
A seasonal change for this route because right now New England is already in fall, so the leaves are pretty much gone instead of still green. Well, we're doing this. What time of year did we pick for this one, Matt?
July.
July. There we go. It's but when I went through it before, I also did it in summer, so. Best time to take pictures is in autumn, though. In my opinion, I feel like my favourite TSW shots are always in autumn.
I must have to press the buzzer. I'm trying to find it. The bell. That's just the acknowledge button. Sanding, horn sequencer, that's the bell, dynamic brake test. Yeah, I don't know if it's that bell one you were talking about. Oh, access has gone up to 55, that's it, now they're in there. Oh, that's another interesting thing, and we'll see that. I'll drive just a little bit past Framingham so that you can see it. There is one bit on most of this route uses the standard rule for when the speed limit applies on the train, which is that in most cases, what you find in most railways is that the speed limit applies to the lowest speed limit any part of the train is in. So what that normally means is that when you go to an increase in speed, it doesn't apply until the back of the train is also past that. So that's true here, except in one place. There is one place where it's different. hang on, not here, and that's why it's yelling at me. Around Framingham, somewhere in this area here, I think it's over here, you're doing 15 and the speed limit goes up to 60. That single speed increase you do at the front of the train, and it is all set up so that it will reflect that on the HUD and that one as well. Yeah, the suspension physics temple. No, these are standard automatic self-lapping brakes, Paisley. So the easier ones.
My brain has just had a wobbler. No, there we go. We're jumping on the F40 later.
Yeah.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We are. We are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We are. It's literally right in front of me. I just needed to scroll down half a page.
Oh, got limit up to 70.
Sorry if you can hear the fireworks, by the way. It is bonkers outside my house right now.
We're going to be doing guard mode in a little bit, Anisha, so you'll see the door controls and so forth at that point.
Yes, Trixie, we've got the answers to some of those questions from earlier. We'll be going through those a little bit later.
The ballast is bright because it's because of the time of day. It's reflecting the light quite a lot. It's just because the sun is so low.
Sure.
Right, we've got an access drop coming down to up to 55 up there. So
Were any changes made to the F40 PH and the CTC3?
yeah, I mean they've had suspension added. They've had lots of fixes applied. The F40's had new sounds. I think the cab car had new sounds. Across the board, actually, lots of changes. Let's drop to 55. Coming into Grafton. That was the access notification that it had finished dropping me down to the new speed limit. Paisley, I'm using Access and ATC. You just heard Access notifying me that it had finished dropping me to 55. You can see them down here in this part of the limit.
So we are going to be focusing on MBTA today. If you do have any suggestions on future routes, we do have a suggestions channel in the forums. That is where I shall direct you for this evening while we're chatting about Boston. All things MBTA.
This is your door controls. Mess about with them in the guard mode, but you've got door control here, you've got your local open close, left and right open close, and your conductor signal button. The 40 has new engine sounds, yes. Whoever asked it, you've gone off the top of my screen now. Yeah, when we went out there, we got new sounds for the cab car, the single-decker cab car, and the F40. Right, we're off to Westborough.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. I've got that route map in front of me.
So, one speed up to 60. Does a single lever coach have dual control panels? I believe so, yeah. Going down a hill, let's just drop a little brake on. Soon coming up to Westborough.
We've had a couple of people asking about it in the chat. Obviously, our teams are still looking at fixes and improvements for the core game. Tonight is focused on MBTA, but I will say that obviously, as soon as we know something, you'll know something. We'll make sure that we're putting updates on when patches are coming out. So, yeah.
This is Westborough. I think this is where my wife lived, yeah. At least one of the times. She moved all over, but...
Westborough, Austin. The next one we have is Southborough. Is that right? Am I right? Did I get it right? I'm gonna zoom into my route map.
Southborough's next, yeah.
Yeah. And I have to remind you when you get to Framingham that you need to test the lifts. Does
the bell go off when the horn is pressed? No. No, some trains do, some trains don't.
Oh my god. Not gone quiet? I'm never quiet. I never get called quiet.
Said nobody ever.
Oh, okay. It's true though, it is true. I even put it in my Discord bio, I changed it so it says professional yapper on it now. Community manager and professional yapper. Westborough was my local. It looks 100% accurate. Great job to the team.
Canton Junction is what I thought when I saw that, Patrick. Yeah, from the Boston Providence route. Got local industry over there. Freight will be next.
Have we?
Yes.
Yes. What freight are we doing, Matt?
Little SD40 switching, I think.
D40. Okay. Oh yes, there it is, SD40. Nice thing. Okay.
Hey Joe, how are you doing? Got the conductor's controls over here as well. I've got a guide over there.
Do not worry, Wendy, we will be doing conductor mode as well. We're going to be playing till midnight. I better not say that actually, otherwise I'm holding myself to it.
I've already taken this authorization.
Mode.
I've already taken it, you're up for it. We're down now. Signed up, certified.
No! I've got terrible insomnia. I'm not going to sleep tonight anyway. On the morning meeting tomorrow, and JD will be like, "How did it go, Harry?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, really well.
He's
we
still
played
going
until like 1 AM." Yeah. Thank you, BA. Don't tempt Matt, he'll do it. He's already doing it. He's already doing it. We'll see. We'll see what time it finishes. I feel like I put an optimistic time in. But we got a lot to do.
Got a light in here as well.
Have a proper look at the lights during the night drive. Ooh. Oh, well, it's not Halloween anymore, is it? I don't need to do that. Oh, so if we do keep streaming, we'll be keeping Liam company tonight.
Oh, latte sounds amazing, Wendy.
God, I would love some caffeine right now. I would love some caffeine. Wow, it makes my heart feel explodey. Oh no, Wendy's gotta go in 30 minutes. When are we doing the conductor?
We could do the conductor mode
like
next.
last.
We're only going to do a little bit of conductor mode. So we
Yeah,
can do it next.
we could shuffle it around. Yeah. Shuffle it around for Wendy.
We're going to do the conductor mode, then we're going to do... So we'll do conductor mode after this, then we'll do freight, and then we'll do the geometry with the F40. And we'll also take a look at the... you wanted to have a look at the cab car sounds as well, so we'll take a quick look at that as well.
We are on our way to Framington.
This is Westborough Transflow.
Oh, apparently it's not just me that has an explodey heart on caffeine. So I don't know whether that brings me comfort, train simulator driver, or not. Good suspension. Yeah, we'll do a tiny bit of conductor next, and then we'll be hopping into F40.
Access just drops to 60.
And then we still got a night drive to do as well. Oh gosh, we are going to be doing this until midnight.
Well, we'll do the single decker cab car bit at night. That way we mix a couple of things together. Because everyone knows what the single decker cab car looks like, and by this time they'll know what the route looks like, so we can focus on the sounds and then the night lighting. Sounds like a plan to me.
Oh great, what a classy beverage. That is very classy. Maybe you guys can combine conductor mode with Harry's dungeon master skills and spin up a nice little story. I can make a couple of little stories up for some of the passengers. If any of them break the rules, if any of them are rule breakers.
From my test earlier on, it's frequent rule breaking in Massachusetts, apparently.
Is it? Boston? It'd be like that in Wigan, to be honest, though. If we ever added Wigan, that'd be it. But the problem is, if we added Wigan, they'd also try and fight back if you tried to kick them off the train. If you do miss anything, Wendy, this will be available to catch up with, and I will be time-stamping it tomorrow, so you can find your way through it. And thank you, Trixie. I love these headset horns. It's we had a poll once. We had horns versus pink cat ears, but pink cat ears did win.
As they should.
Wow, Sean. The problem if you added Wigan is that Wigan will be there. Wow! Wow! Wow!
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a bit unsubtle.
I mean, I can say that. I'm from Wigan. Yeah, passengers on. See, Matt, if you're running late, just blame the passengers for getting on the train too slowly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's not your fault. I want to hear the horn again. I think. I think if it was up to the community, we'd just be pressing the horns constantly, just going through everywhere pressing it. That's what I mean. I'd be doing that anyway. But I don't want to get in trouble. I wouldn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, the horn sequencer works to do it earlier on.
Good. I love the I've loved the horn sounds on these two.
Ashland.
Yes. And then one more stop to Framingham. On our 18 stops. We're not doing 18 stops right now, but there are 18.
We will have done 18 because they'll have done the whole route now, just not in one sequence.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean. I meant like we're not doing that right now, though. We're not doing 18 stops right in a second.
That's the troublemaker alerter. Silenced.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, the alerters are a real troublemaker. It's like CIFA.
Oh, I thought you meant it was saying that you were a troublemaker.
Hey there, Rob. How's it going? I love the horn on this, I have to say. I think the audio team have knocked that audio out of the park, personally. But this is one of the benefits of being able to get such a really good partner in MBTA, and they provide all the access that you need to get everything that you need. So also, apologies to everybody in the general area of the depot there in Boston, where we probably, if you heard a horn being sounded excessively, sorry.
There's just some nutter just barreling along, just honking the horn.
Well, when Adam records horns off trains, particularly off the American ones, but generally if anything, he does them in 10-second segments. So that he knows he's got a clean section somewhere in there that will loop properly without, an exhaust backfiring or a bird twittering in the background causing a problem. So what you find is you get multiple sections of blowing the horn for 10 seconds, which, these things are quite
they're
loud.
Not quiet. Yeah.
They're not subtle.
No, they're not. They're really not. I think I've only ever heard. I've not really heard many train horns in real life. I went when I went train spotting for my 66. I think that was the closest I've been to like hearing one, and that was right underneath me as it was passing under the bridge. And my town is quite a quiet town, so I don't know who heard that, but probably a lot of people. They are very noisy. Do you like the American horns? The American.
I like all horns. They do a very good job. But actually, of all of the train horns out there, British horns tend to be, they're really subtle and whiny. Kind of like English people, really. Whereas the American horns are really unsubtle and in your face. I'm leaving my full stop.
Is it sacrilege? Am I betraying the country if I say I prefer American horns to British?
No, American horns are amazing.
Apart from the Class 66, obviously, because there's literally nothing wrong with the Class 66, and it's the perfect. It's the perfect
definition of
train.
A perfect train. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful, resilient.
Right, we're off to Framingham, which is where we will. This train will. Well, this engineer will terminate and move on to the next thing.
Terminate. Very
British
nice
steamers
social
had impressive
commentary.
whistles. Yeah, they did actually, particularly the Gresley chimes, like we found on the Mallard, for example. They were gorgeous.
Mallard.
This is a holding brake, not an independent brake, Matt. So it's like a parking brake, essentially. Someone was saying earlier on that general practice, what they would do is before they get ready to go, put the holding brake on, release the main brake, let all the couplings bunch up, and then release the parking brake with the throttle on. Not paying attention again, getting shouted at by the system. Oh, we're going to get some signal nonsense going on here. We've got a yellow. I'm probably going to get... Yeah, we're already on the yellow. Of course we are. ATC 45, which is what, a medium? Oh, ATC's popped us back up to access. So whoever was in front of us has got away. Darn it. It's an electronic bell by the look of it. It's an e-bell.
I feel like there's another pun, a Fallout pun in there, but I'm struggling with it.
I was trying to pip you to it, but boy, I couldn't.
The big boy. That's one of my favourites. I love the big boy. It's one of the first things I mentioned on a TSW stream was that I like trains that look like Elden Ring bosses, and I was trying to find one, and somebody mentioned the big boy, and I looked and I went, oh my goodness, that definitely looks like something that you would see in Elden Ring.
So speed drop to 55.
We have the...
Hey, look, that one's reasonably randomised. Look, see, the game not proving me a liar for a change. This is the problem with randomisation.
Are you able to pick them in timetable mode?
Well, no. When you pick a service, it will randomly put coaches behind you, so you'll get a random selection of things on your train. You can't pick it unless you go free roam and do your own thing. The trains are kind of random.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I put myself in free roam every time when I try the routes because I just want to have a look at it.
Oh, this is the drop to 15. I keep forgetting. This is the drop to 15 that takes so long to go through. Got a freight train going in over there. Yeah. I got penaltied. What can I say?
We will be previewing Conductor Mode after this, actually. And we'll also be looking at freight.
Let's go look at the freight tram while we wait for the brakes to come back.
There it is. Oof.
Right. Let's get this thing into Framingham. Yeah, so you're limited to 15 coming through Framingham for local reasons. I don't quite know why, but it doesn't really matter. You are. And this is where going through the other side of Framingham, you'll get that speed increase. You see that 60 that's coming up over here on the right hand side. So what we'll do is we'll run to that so that you can see the one unusual speed limit that's on this route. It's the Lewis of the US, yeah, indeed. Back to Framingham, but from the other direction.
Framingham.
At the slower speed, we get to experience the suspension to the max, though, which is quite nice. Bouncy, bouncy. Unlock the doors. Have a look around Framingham. Oh, we're going to look at. I don't know. We're going to look at the lift. So I don't know whether, from
The
what Eddie
lift,
was saying,
yeah.
it might not be working. But let's have a look. Doors.
Okay.
Doors. Not here. Other side. Whee! Right. Where does one find lift? Not there, apparently. No, that one's a locked out lift. I don't think there is a lift here, is there? Not that we can use. Oh, here we go. You can call the lift. Doesn't seem to do anything there. It's a win. Right, let's get in the train. Oh, 8:04. We've got a minute. We've got a minute. More Operation Lifesaver posters. Take heed, stay safe. There is our steed. Let's get back in the train. We're going to run the F40 and the CTC3 in a bit, commuter rail production, so you can have a look for yourself. Right, so we'll get going, and we're just going to run over to the 60 limit just so you can see the speed increase. And then it's conductor mode.
It has updated audio. Yeah,
we'll be
do
getting to the
conductor
F40
mode, and then-
N40. Sorry, carry
Yeah.
on.
Oh, I was just going to say, we're going to do conductor mode, and then we're doing F40 after that, right?
Yeah.
Is that's the right order? Yeah. Okay.
Little way up here. So yeah, they make it, obviously the obvious reason they make it to where you can accelerate at the front of the train is because it would take about 3 years to get the whole train through it at this speed. Or at least it would feel like that.
Yeah. Right. That is the order of things. Well, there's going to be a night. We're going to do a night drive, but we can do some Q&A. We could do some Q&A in between them.
And yeah, this 15 is sadly realistic.
Conductor mode.
And there you go,
Oh,
straight up
okay.
to 60 right
Right.
up at the front of the train. So that's, at that point you can just go ahead and accelerate on your way to West Natick. Right, okay, so conductor mode. Actually, I'm just going to run that service again, but from conductor mode perspective, because why not?
Okay. Ready your Batman voice, Matt.
Right, timetable, Rotem, 5:10. Let's go back to nice weather. Conductor mode. Conductor mode starts you in the side seat.
Go.
I'm going to just wander down to here. And right, the other thing is that with this, you can stand at the guard station now. So I can now guard key in. I can no. Let's go over here. Guard key in. Open. This door is already open, obviously. And this is actually a door on the right side of the train, confusingly enough. You can see the light goes out, so it's now doing its thing. So I press the E key to get out for guard position. And we can just see how the train is doing. Hello, get off my train. Thank you. If you can't make your mind up, you're not getting on my train.
It was me the first time I caught a train. I literally caught the wrong train. I was faffing around, panicked, and they were making the noise as they were about to leave, and I went, "Oh gosh, I think it is this one." Got onto it. Somebody came around and checked my ticket, and it was the wrong thing. But they were very nice because I was only 14. I didn't get thrown off. I didn't get Matt's Batman voice. I didn't get picked up and thrown off the train.
Oh, that's no fun.
They were very, very nice, bless them. And they were like, "Oh no, don't worry about it." They were very knowledgeable. They were like, "Oh no, that's okay. You can still get that train from this next station here. You just have to make sure you get off here." And they didn't make me pay a scary ticket fee. But this was back in 2003. So, oh no, 2005. 2005. I forgot my age then for a second. I added a year.
Close this door.
Caution, the door is about to close.
One buzz. And off we go. What have we got? 55 tickets. Oh my golly gosh. Don't forget to press E, otherwise you can't move around. Right. What do you got? Worcester Lansdowne is good on the 5th of July. What do you got? Worcester Southborough. Yeah. 1st of July. No. Worcester Back Bay. 5th of July. Worcester Natick Centre. That's a good one. 5th of July. Thank you, sir. Worcester to Grafton. That's the next stop. Make sure you get off my train. Worcester to Westborough. 5th of July. Worcester New Carrollton. New Carrollton. I think you're on the wrong train. Too bad, so sad.
Oh no, they've done a 14-year-old Harry move.
Worcester Back Bay. 5th of July. Right, have we got any more I've missed? Yes, as always. I'm blind. Worcester North Situate. I'm going to guess no.
No.
So I told you they're a law unto themselves around here. Worcester Westborough. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Good. Right, that's upstairs on the end car done. Downstairs. Only 85,000
Gosh,
cars
okay,
to
here we
go. Worcester West Natick, 5th of July. Worcester Natick Centre, 5th of July. Worcester Montello. I don't think so.
Montello?
Worcester Campello. I don't think so.
Whoa!
Worcester Ashland. No, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong date. Boo, I lost points. Worcester Westborough. Good. Worcester Natick Centre, 5th of July. One over here. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Worcester Ashland, 5th of July. Thank you. Nice cap, sir. You can stay on this train. Right, Worcester Newmarket. Wow, it's coming to Cambridge in the UK. That's a long old train ride. You need to be doing it on a different train, however. Right. Oh, hello. There's one over here we missed. Worcester Wellesley Farms. That's good. 5th of July. And this one over here. Worcester Islington. You've got a long way to go as well, and it's a different train that you need for doing that on. Right. Next car. Upstairs. Worcester to Grafton, 5th of July. Oh, I see bags.
You gotta get off at the next stop.
Sort it out. Worcester Southborough. Yep, that's good. 5th of July, go. Worcester Wellesley Hills, good. Worcester Southborough, 5th of July. Yep, that's good. Any more up here? Yes. Sneaky, hidden. Worcester West Natick, 5th of July. Right. You got an awesome cap too. You can stay on this. You're the same person that was upstairs. You're not fooling me. Right, Worcester Ashton, 20th of July. Sorry. You tidy your bag up. Right, Worcester Greenbush. Greenbush, you need to be on a different train. Right, okay. Another carriage done. Let's head on to the next car.
You're firing through it, Matt. You're firing through it. You're doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
You haven't literally booted anybody off yet. So you're
Worcester
doing a good
to
job.
Wellesley Square, 5th of July. Boom. Good up here now. Let's go downstairs. And we've got Worcester Framingham, 5th of July. We have got Worcester Needham Junction. No. Go away. What have we got here? Worcester Southborough, 5th of July. Yes, you can stay. We have got Worcester Westborough, 5th of July. You can stay. Looks like one down here. Worcester Southborough, 5th of July. Any more before we head off? No. Right, next coach. Car. There we go. Got Ticket checking on our singles now. There you go. Worcester, Wellesley Hill, 4th of July. Worcester, Wellesley Hills, 5th of July. Worcester, Boston South. Oh, you've gone all the way. So, well, you have a good journey. You need a better baseball cap, though. Worcester to Princeton Junction. You are on the wrong train. Get off my train. Right, Worcester, Boston Landing. You all good? Anybody else? No.
That's a long trip. It's a long trip.
What do we got here? Anybody? No. Got one up here. Worcester, Wellesley Hills, 5th of July. Good, good, good.
Freight is on its way. We're not doing freight yet, but
we'll do one more stop.
We're doing
this. Worcester, Grafton.
We're doing F. Worcester.
We're
doing
do
freight
the
before.
F40 next. I don't mind.
I think we were going to do the F40 next, and then we were going to do freight.
Worcester, Wellesley Square. That's good. I've lost track of which is the right way to go, unfortunately. Worcester, Nantasket Junction. That'll be a no. Right, have we done upstairs? Yes. Is it this way? No, that's a single deck car again. I think that's unlikely to be another single deck car. Yes, there are tickets to be checked. There are 9 left. Worcester, Southborough, go. We are at Worcester, Wellesley Hills, go. That's a get off my train. Worcester, Boston Landing, good. One over here. Worcester, West Natick, yes. Yeah, good. Up here we go.
Or upstairs. You didn't miss one, did you, Matt? Didn't miss one, did you?
Oh, I probably did.
Oh, no.
It won't let me click it. Let's
What
go
if the
somewhere
ticket
else.
was wrong?
Worcester, Boston South. Why would it not let me? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Worcester, Natick Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, just got this.
Oh, take
too.
her, Wendy. I'm glad you got to see Conductor
Worcester,
Mode.
Boston South Station, 27th of July. That one is not letting me click on here. There we go. Worcester, Grafton, go. Right, we've got one left and we've run out of train. Hello. Right, let's have a quick scoot around. I've clearly missed one.
Earlier that there was one still upstairs in one of the other cabs upstairs, so
Yep.
aha.
Worcester, Westborough, go. Hey.
Nice. There we go.
How's it going in here? Going good. Excellent. How far we got? Well, you're not there yet. I'm impatient. Move on. It's Grafton.
Do I have to bring out the DM voice? I will say, your perception was very good, Matt. Your perception was very good. You rolled a nat 20. Oh no, actually, you missed one.
I missed one.
You missed one. You missed one. I'd still give it like a 15. Like a 15.
Not too long now. Yep, just coming into Grafton around the next corner. No, I don't think I'm supposed to be here messing about with talking with the driver or engineer. I'm supposed to be leaving him to concentrate on his work.
Passenger rolled a good deception. That's just when you hide in the bathroom.
The speed in the HUD is stuck at 15 because that's about the train speed, and because I'm not in control of a train, it's just it's showing its default number. Really, it should just hide that stuff. But right, we're coming in to Grafton. 16, 15, 14, slowing down. Let's go to a control panel. In, open the door, and open the door.
Freedom! You can go and get a coffee now. Or a latte.
A latte.
Oh god, that sounded well northern. A latte. Not a latte. Oh, thank you, Rob. See what Rob put in the chat?
I did. Yeah, thank you. I want that lunchbox.
That's a nice thing to say. You can't just steal someone's lunchbox, man.
I am trying to
steal
someone's lunchbox. Yeah. You had a ride on my
Don't
train.
Don't do that.
I'm taking your lunchbox.
I'm having your lunchbox.
There's another one over it. See if we can get that one. Quick, look up there. They're not buying it. Where did we key in? Was it here? There it is.
You know what? I don't want a coffee. I want a hot chocolate so badly. That's what I want.
Oh, they hang out with the internet arcade. They're not allowed to, I think, in the UK. Well, not supposed to. Maybe they're not supposed to in the US. I don't know. You know, if no one tells on you, did it really happen? Thanks, MBTA fan. I'll make sure the team hears that feedback. I know they've had a lot of fun making this, actually. Right.
It's a good route. It's a
30 seconds.
solid route. It's like I said. I think it might have replaced. I think it might have replaced my current favourite. It might have topped it. So. Sorry, Blackpool fans.
Yeah, they open one door at these stops. They do. My wife hated it. She went back to Boston, to Massachusetts for to see her mum, and she wanted, because I'd said to her, "Oh, you should get me a picture of the trains. See what you're actually, you know." She's like, "Oh, you're going to get me train spotting." So she's standing at the end of the platform when the train comes in, and she's like, "Hang on," and the door's only opened at the very back of the train. Right, and my wife really, like many of us, does not like the idea of rushing down the platform to get to the train, to get to the one open door at the back of the train, when old troublemaker here has said, "You should take a picture at the front of the train." So I got in trouble, you know. Thanks, MBTA. Let's close this door.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't bring MBTA into this.
All right. One signal and off we go, and that's it. So that's guard mode with this train. Remember to press E to come back off of the of that position again, and then we can. We've got 18 tickets to check, but we're not going to. Right, what did we say we were doing next? F40.
We're doing F40 next. Yes.
Let's do the F40 at night, leaving Boston. We're doing a passenger train. Boston timetable F40. Remember, make sure you select the Boston Worcester one. That's where all the new setup is. And we'll do. We want something sort of nighttime-ish. So let's do 4 a.m. That should be pretty dark.
Okay.
August, clear skies. Go for it. I was going to use the geometry run, but the freight run is, we're going to do the freight run, which will be the SD40. We'll do that after this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Got to select the drive button as well. Yeah.
Ooh. I was looking, I was going. Something happening. Ah!
Alright. Gauge lights on. Put that on.
Ooh.
Step lights, gauge lights are on. Cut that in. Let's put the independent on, release that. Get doors open. Let's get some cab light noise on in here so we can see what we're doing. We've got front marker, rear marker, front numbers on, platform lights are on, alerter should be on. And then in here, safety devices needs to be on. I think that's it. Yeah. Get all of the sounds enabled. I opened the wrong doors, of course, so I've been completely wasting my time here. Yeah, it's quite bright lights on this thing. Let's put it on dim. Probably would be dim in the station like this, wouldn't it? Let's get the left doors open for extra feels. Well, look at that little line up here.
Nice, that's lovely.
What we got? A random number generator. Nicely done. Giving me no randomization whatsoever. What have we got on
Very
this phone?
early in the day to be honking a horn. MBTA fan, it's very early.
Oh, there you go, look.
Not wake anybody up.
Lots of different randomization on that one. Lock doors. Release those brakes. Release the independent brake that's holding us. Yeah, we got all new sounds for the F40. We got all new sounds for the original single deck cab car as well. All new sounds on the coaches.
There we go.
Flashing ditch lights are used at they're actually crossing lights when they're flashing like that. Ditch lights are sort of on steady, and ditch lights flash and they're actually crossing lights. And the idea is to make, when you're going near a level crossing, a grade crossing, it makes the train that much more visible to things that can't see gigantic American trains blowing their horn. Different style of
Nice.
alerter in this one, which just gets progressively more grumpy.
A nice relaxing nighttime drive with Matt. We're going to be nice and calm. We're going to be very chilled out, and it's going to cure your troubles. That was a stretch even for me, that one.
Yeah, there's no high-low. You've got a horn sequencer on the high, on up, and you've got a normal horn on the low there. slow as we get out of this.
You get penalty brakes. Penalty brakes.
Just wait for me to drive for a bit. You'll find out about penalty brakes. You know what it's like. This is always a cool fact, by the way. Is anyone tempted to tell me that that flag is the wrong way round? Because if so, sit down and prepare for a lecture.
You know what? I'll do it, Matt. I'll do it. Matt, that flag looks like it's the wrong way round.
Ah, does it? Right, well, you see, American trains have the flag with the stars always leading. Because it's designed to be as if it was on a pole and therefore blowing in the wind. So, yes, trains in the flags will always look wrong way round in that particular case. Comes up all the time, and I have to keep reminding people. Mostly I relish in it because it's like something that I got wrong and someone used to take the mickey out of me big time until finally it's sunk in.
And now we know. And now we know.
Same on aircraft, says Eddie. Right, let's speed up to 30. We'll do this one just for a little bit. Yeah, we'll give it the beans as we come out of Back Bay. As you can see, we're rocking it with suspension, aren't we? Yeah, give it the beans. Drop the hammer. I don't know, whatever.
I find it difficult. I like to say I'll welly it. Welly it. I don't think that's like down the tracks. Good suspension, but I do find myself like moving my head with it.
Yeah, I'll do the CTC real quick in a minute. Yeah.
The engine recordings have been updated for the F40.
Yeah, these are all new recordings. When we were out there, it was one of those things we had the opportunity, and like I said, with MBTA working, offering us, rolling out the red carpet. Really, it was a good opportunity to do that, because I think they were the Caltrain F40 sounds before, because that was the only thing we had. But this time, the team were like, no, we're getting the opportunity. We want to get proper sounds. Yeah, you hear more of the engine when I actually get out of the 10 miles an hour area, because you can't really let it rip in these slower speed limits.
No.
I like this whole tunnel, the way it's all been light baked. Comes off nicely.
Good camera angles here, mate. It's good cinematography. There you go.
I think this is quite a known place, isn't it? There's a game of some sort played over there. Right. Well, we'll do one more, let it rip out of this station, and then we'll switch and have a quick look at the cab car. But hopefully you're also enjoying the little bit of a night run as well.
Love a night run.
American
I think
headlights
night
are too
runs are my
bright.
favourite.
I'm going to leave the lights off for the moment because I don't need them.
The driver's coming in the other direction. Just going.
Car driver's like, oh, I can see now.
Where they're going, they don't need eyes to see. I will give 10 Harry points to anybody that knows what that is from. They don't get you anything, Harry points. They're useless, but you know.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. Yeah, that's kind of it. A Harry loyalty program without any benefit.
Time, we can get up to 40 now.
40. We're flying. Do say roads where we don't. Okay, it's not Back to the Future. No, it's from a film called Event Horizon, and it's a horror. It is the opposite of Back to the Future.
See you later, Vol.
Thanks, Paul.
Oh, crossing over on this one, but we're not stopping at stations until Newtonville. So previously we stopped stations before the before Newtonville. So this is just another example of where the wow, bouncy. There's another example of where the pattern, service pattern difference is all the time. 45 limit.
Camera angle.
time for the 79 limit. Right, okay, there's plenty, I think, going in this way. So let's do a quick run with the CTC, just so you can see. We can have a look at the horn sounds, and then we'll look at freight after the short run with the CTC. So much to look at in this.
There is a lot.
Right, okay. Now we're going to have a quick look at the CTC3, Boston Worcester version. Again, we want something. Let's do another nighttime run. Worcester to Boston South. Let's go for it. Driver mode. Right, the door's open.
CTC.
And generator field on, engine run on, EP brake control on. We really are in bare bones territory here, aren't we? Wow. Can't remember where the safety systems are done on this thing. Nothing there. Radio.
What a question.
Cab light on. Marker lights, headlights, cab heater. Someone give me a clue. Oh, cabinet in the hallway. Obviously, that would have been my next go. There we go.
Matt, do you know how to drive every train in this game? Then do you know how to drive every single one of them?
Yeah, I can find my way around them eventually.
Okay. I think that's
For varying definitions of the word drive.
You just put the thing in the thing and then push the thing, right?
Yeah, see, you're getting the hang of it. You just do the
Yeah, I totally know how to do it. Yeah.
thing. You just do the
I learned
thing.
how to drive a pacer on my own.
Well, what we got here for a mix-up? I got 2 singles, 3 doubles. It's on the back here, an HSP. Turning that very sad sounding bell off.
Class 101 next. Me? Oh no, you don't want to watch me drive a train. No, there's a reason that Matt drives on these preview streams.
Which one was the markers? It was that one. No. There we go, we've got some stuff over here in the layover sidings now.
Oh, look at what Sean
And we've
said
got some
in the chat,
intermodals
Matt.
sitting over here in the intermodal yard as well.
Imagine like doing this in real life. You got like a cup of coffee next to you. If you're allowed. Are you allowed a cup of coffee? Are you allowed to have like a drink with you?
I don't know, I assume so. Or at least a drink. Can't sit here
You're
without
allowed.
a drink.
You're allowed on other trains. I don't know why it would be train specific. Because one of the trains has got a hot plate in it.
Yeah.
I at least one of them, because I've seen the hot plate, and I was like, what do I need that for? Oh, I guess I wanted to put my cup of tea on it and keep it warm.
Crossing over. Got 40 limit now. What's this thing going up here is really a pain. Keep stretching to look up.
What is? Oh.
Lots of glorious freight over there on the sidings.
Yeah, it is satisfying to see that suspension when you're crossing over as well.
It is.
How long are the freight trains on this route?
They vary. I mean, one of the freight trains that you run is quite a long one. It's got a barrow in the middle as well. Some of them are local, so they're shorter. A bit more out in the sticks up here, so not quite as much city lighting to see.
You mentioned that it's the intermodal data that they gave Joe.
Thank you for that, Trixie.
Mm.
Just take this one to Grafton and then we'll get on with a freight train.
More than 50 cars? More than 50 cars in the back of the train? That would be a lot.
50 is not that long for American trains.
Really?
Yeah.
What? What?
50 is bordering on a local.
Oh
they
my
like 1 to
goodness.
200 cars.
What? No. Really?
Who can tell me in the chat, or yourself, Harry, the longest, the fastest, longest, heaviest freight train in the world? What has the record? It's one train. It's just one train, and it holds all 3 records. Oops.
Is it the orange one? Is it orange?
I don't think it's orange. No.
Darn it. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I mean, I'm not Googling anything. I just know these things off by heart. They could be over a mile long? What? Are they pulling me leg? Are they pulling me leg, Matt? Is that real?
The Guinness World Record for the longest and heaviest freight train was set in 2001 by BHP Billets and Iron Ores, Mount Goldsworthy. 4.5 miles long that train was, and it was a 10-hour journey with 682 cars, and it achieved 75 kilometers an hour, 45 miles per hour, with 100,000 tons.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it had 8 AC6000 CW locos on it with 50,000 horsepower. So yeah, pretty big, big. But no, the American
I owe
trains
the
are 1
chat
to
an
200.
apology. I thought the chat were having me on. I owe them an apology. I was googling the verification. I was going, they're having me on.
Freight
Having a laugh.
American freight trains are big. Australian freight trains are also similarly sized. I mean, there was a rare occurrence. I don't think they've done it again, but yeah, that was in Oz, BHP Island, BHP Billiton. Which are blue trains, if I remember rightly.
Yes, nobody can see me, but I have just done the mind blown. You know the GIF, the mind blown, and there's like sparkles and stars, and you know the one, And if you don't, then there's no way I can show you. So you just have to trust me.
But yeah, if you Google it, there's some quite. If I remember right, there's some quite impressive pictures of this. Just if you thought most American trains never ended, this one almost literally never does. Just goes on and on and on and on. But yeah, the average American trains that are long haulers are 1 to 200.
What was
look,
it?
the
What was the
PSR
name
pushes
of
it, doesn't it? Flow through. If I remember rightly, PSR is pushing the length even higher. What was what? Sorry.
Train. 4.5 miles. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, there we go. 4.5 miles. Took 8 engines to run. June 21st, 2001.
It's
The
probably in a
BHP Iron Ore
422
set the record.
configuration, I guess.
So 4.5 miles or 7.3 kilometres long, transported 82,000 metric tonnes of iron ore between the Yandi mine and Port Hedland in the Pilbara region of Western Australia. It was made up of 682 wagons, which were powered by 8 electric AC 6000 DW diesel locomotives. Oh my goodness, it's massive! Oh my gosh, there's pictures. What? Well, I'm sorry for not believing you. I just, my brain isn't comprehending 4.5 miles.
The longest trains in the game are on Combe Pass and Sherman Hill, and the heaviest trains are on there as well. Not quite up to 682 cars though, has to be said. Usually sort of around the 100 mark.
So impressive. Believe it.
Not far from Grafton now.
No, I'm in a wormhole.
The auto train, is that the one that goes down to Florida? Down to Miami, if I remember rightly. Yeah. I remember coming across that one when we did the West Palm Beach route on TS Classic. Because if I remember rightly, the Amtrak depot is it one stop further down than where Tyrell stopped? Something like that.
Still hasn't beaten that record-breaking train. Still hasn't beaten Snowpiercer though. The pretend train Snowpiercer, which is 10 miles long.
Well, even Snowpiercer's based on a real train.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called the Mercury, if I remember rightly. If you Google New York Mercury train. I mean, it's not a huge train like the Snowpiercer, but when you look at the Mercury, you'll see, oh yeah, okay, I can see where Snowpiercer came from.
Oh my goodness, is that real?
Yeah.
That looks like something from Fallout. Oh yeah. Yeah, Snowpiercer is always going to get mentioned here. I'm a huge fan of Snowpiercer. When I started and I was asked about... I didn't know much about many trains about when I started. And I was asked about, if I knew much about trains. And my goofy answer was, I know a lot about Snowpiercer.
Test pass.
I don't know how I'm working here, but clearly the Snowpiercer answer was not the worst one I could have given. So 10 miles long, 1,001 cars at first.
Right, okay, so we've done one stop on that. So you've seen the cab car, you've seen the F40, we've done nighttime, we've done daytime, we've done the HSP, we've done the double-decker, Rotem cab car. We're getting through
Time
this.
for some freight.
Tren. Right. So we are doing service B725, which is what I've been recommended, which is a switching service. We'll probably not run all of it, just for the avoidance of doubt. Right, SD40, let's do a nice YN2 livery, because I like the YN2 livery. 725, Framingham switching. Yeah, for July, go. Right.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. This is a
Freight,
blast from the
freight,
past.
freight.
Put it in freight setting. Ditch lights can come on. Step lights are on. That's all on. Let's put the independent on and let the brakes charge up. Right, where are we going? We appear to have wagons. Oh my word, we've got many wagons. Go north via Framingham Yard siding. Oh, that implies we are reversing. This is not what I would have naturally done here, but that's all right. Junctions are all set for us, in which case we need to put it in reverse.
Yes, it is out on the 12th. MBTA Commuter is out on the 12th. This and then the QA. Look at that! Look at that! Ooh! What are we freighting? I don't think that was the right word, was it?
It was definitely a word.
It was a word, but was it a word? You know? I wouldn't know, to be honest with you, Matt. I ordered a thesaurus the other day, but when it arrived, all the pages were blank. So I had no words to express how angry I was.
Oh, no. Just gotta wait for these air brakes to release. See the.
You're trying to run! Run away!
Just gotta wait for it to finish pumping up. You see the main brake pipe is coming up slowly. We're not going anywhere until it's all pumped up.
We are freighting everything. It's a word now, alright? It's in the cultural zeitgeist, so.
Yeah, I think for freight layers you need Sandpad
tell you
Straight,
that.
Horseshoe Curve, 6070 ACE and Sherman Hill, if I remember rightly.
That it! Sandpatch Grade, Sherman Hill, Horseshoe Curve. Go home pass?
Go home pass. Well, I forgot that. Yes, you need go home pass.
Yes.
And someone did actually on the forums, they asked, I think, well, Facebook asked why you need the ST70 ACE. Because obviously the ST70 ACE is BNSF. Why would it be here? You need it for the wagons. You need it for the cars, for the intermodal depots.
I can go through the layers. Please tell me if I'm wrong on any of this, Matt, because I was getting this information. So so for MBTA commuter services, there's oh no, that's not right. There's a full passenger schedule from Boston South to Worcester, but that's this one. Northern Revenue services from Boston South to Southampton Yard and from Worcester. Okay, so there's the Amtrak service layers with the Northeast Corridor Boston to Providence add-on. Is that right?
Say that one more time.
Amtrak service layers with Northeast Corridor, Boston to Providence add-on.
Yep.
Okay. We're not got it wrong yet. Okay. Amtrak Northeast regional trains with ACS 64 locomotive and Amfleet cars. And then, so the freight layers is the CSX Worcester intermodal terminal trains, which requires horseshoe curve, Cajon Pass, or sand patch grade. There's the is that right? AI trains at Worcester with Husky maxi stack and flatbed / truck trailer cars. Am I still on the right track?
Yep.
Okay. Whew. Okay. And then additional Framingham to Worcester freight services, which require sand patch grade, SD70 AC, Sherman Hill, Horseshoe Curve, and Cajon Pass. Did I do it? I think that's all of it.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of variety in the freight, but yeah, for the full
There's a
experience, you
lot.
really need all that freight stuff to make it really work well.
Yeah. I really should have got. Well, no, I can't get a latte. I should have gotten that latte. I didn't get it terribly though. I managed to write it all down. I managed to get the information. Hello, Londo. Is young
I'm not
Mr.
being
Pendleton?
mean.
No. Well,
I
actually,
would never.
what did you say? No, what did you say earlier? You
What?
did.
No, I said anything. I didn't say
said-
anything. It was a lie.
Yeah. You said, because I said, oh, I don't think I ever get caught quiet, and Matt agreed. Shocking.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'll admit to that. I don't think anyone disagreed with me.
Yeah. They didn't. They never would. Professional yapper.
Elm Tree, what was your question? All I can see is the second half of your question.
The question is why wasn't it bundled into the route?
What?
I'm assuming the freight because I can't see the other, unless that is the question. He's slowing down.
I'm slowing down.
It's,
You don't make
It's
rapid
30 miles
changes with a
an
freight train, especially not one this size.
it's heavy. It's heavy. No, Londo, no. We're trying to get him to finish before midnight, okay?
It's never gonna work.
Some horn with us. We honestly, the D&D stream could have gone on until incredibly late. I was rushing us along.
We've never noticed.
Well, there was one point where one of the NPCs checked his watch because Rocket Stevenson was taking too long to pick what he wanted to eat. But you got it right, Matt. You said a Yorkshire tea, and then what else do we have? A British rail sandwich.
Yeah. It's all that really matters at the end of the day.
It's a good for Yorkshire tea. I love Yorkshire tea.
Londo, stop giving all my secrets away. They're not supposed to realise that.
Matt just has natural insomnia.
Insomnia is a difficulty sleeping. I don't have difficulty not sleeping. I'm just not interested.
No, insomnia. Insomnia. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
hello.
no. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said insomnia.
Is that what you said? Oh yeah, difficulty sleeping. Yeah, I thought you said insomnia, and I was like, is that when you sleep a lot?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I like that. I'd like to do that. I've got terrible insomnia.
I don't have no trouble at all getting to sleep anytime I want. Just don't want.
We every morning when I go into the Discords when I say hello in the train sim Discords, and it's like, oh hi Harry, how are you? I'm like, I've had 3 hours of sleep.
Stop being cheerful, you annoying.
Stop it! Be meaner! Please don't be meaner. I'll cry. Be nice.
Put this big old train somewhere. Looks like we're stopping here. I like this where you do shunting and you've got passenger stuff going on because it gives like a bit of background scenery while you're busy working. We've gone up to the back yet? No, not quite. It's interesting that's so I need to do the stop at location. I'm not sure what the markers there are for. Okay, let's keep moving again.
Off we go. I do like the what would you, is it smoke? Is it steam? What the
Diesel,
the clouds.
diesel exhaust.
Is it? But what? But what kind of gas is it?
I don't know what comes out of your car.
Oh, I don't know actually.
It's exhausting, I'll tell you.
Oh my god, that was worse than mine earlier. But I'm a horrible EV driver, so nothing comes out of the exhaust of my car. It's a silent, a silent, and no. Mainly CO2. Okay.
All the way forward. All right, fine. We'll do that.
No. Quote of the day. I couldn't describe it. I don't know if it's smoke. I don't know how to describe it.
Nasty, dirty emissions.
Gas. Something that's probably in the periodic table. Oh, Londo.
I guess it's pushing you back beyond this signal so that you can then come forward. And this time we're routed off of the main. Okay. I get it.
Uh-oh.
I see the logic. Stop now, anytime. Now I've got to go fly 300 miles to an uncoupling point. I ain't walking there. Not happening.
That'd be a long walk.
Yeah, and they'd have to do it. Or you'd have someone wandering around in the yard worrying about it and just radioing back to the engineer.
Waiting. Oh my gosh.
One point I'd give everyone, just uncouple both of these, and because what it does is it opens up the knuckles. Because if both knuckles are closed, you can't recouple, and it's amazing when you're doing shunting how many times you'll find that you end up with two closed knuckles and it just bounces off each other. So do both. It makes life a lot easier in the long run. Where do you want me to stop? You want me to pull forward? Oh, we're going all the way into there. All right, cool. We can do that. Where was it we uncoupled? This one, huh? See where the knuckles extended.
Here we go. Okay. We'll do. I think this is our last thing before Q&A as well. A little bit of everything. We managed to do a little bit of everything, Matt.
We did.
We might only be finished. We might only be finished at midnight, but we managed to get through it. I think it's important. I think it's important to get through a little bit of everything. And you're not awful company, Matt. You're all
That's
right.
great. That is probably the most amazing thing I've done anyone said to me.
Listen, up north, saying that somebody's all right is very high praise indeed. Or at least in the northwest. I can't attest to the other bit of the north. The pie bit of the north, not the Yorkshire pudding bit of the north. Yeah. There's the pie bit of the north and there's the Yorkshire pudding bit of the north.
Yeah, Marku, the intermodal, they have sets. So the maxi stacks that we've got, I think, and that come from the SD70 and from Cajon, they are, I think, triples. So it's 3 vehicles coupled together.
You're mad at me, Sean. You're mad at me. I love Yorkshire.
I love Yorkshire pudding.
You love Yorkshire pudding. But Scarborough is one of my favourite places in the UK. And Whitby, because of Whitby Krampus Run, you know. One of Harry's many weird hobbies.
Should we do some Q&A while I'm running this? So we've got something visual to look at while we're doing some questions.
Yeah, could do. I didn't know whether we were looking at this or looking at our lovely faces. So
We could do that. We could do that. We've shown freight. It's a freight train. Let me switch to the other camera then. Boom. There we go.
like an
When mine wakes
interview.
up.
There we go. There you are. There he is. There is Matt. Ah. Okay. Doesn't look a day over 40. Okay, so we're going to do some Q and A's. So I have a list of separate questions, Matt, and a list of the questions that I prepped earlier. And the separate ones are the ones that have just come through on the chat that we might have missed. So we'll start with the ones that I went through earlier from the forum. Let's have a look. Okay. I'll do those ones last. Okay, so why is it that the route extends to Worcester instead of Springfield, as seen in the TSC version?
So
I've got the answer in front of me.
yeah, I mean
you can.
we modelled it on the MBTA line, which is Boston to Worcester, and we don't look at the TSC routes always when we're making them. We're looking at the merits of the particular route we're trying to do. So in this instance, Boston to Worcester, that's where these trains run up and down to.
Okay. We're going to come back to this one. This one is again, I've got the answer for these, Matt. But so why is there no weekend timetable like there was in San Bernardino, in San Bernie?
So San Bernardino, we put a weekend timetable in for those that don't remember, as well as the normal timetable. Think of that as a bonus extra timetable that was added. It's not planned to be a standard thing going forward, and the team spent more time on this timetable than they were on San Bernardino. So it's because of the way the services have been winding together and the desire to get the freight put into this as well. That freight literally only went in relatively recently. We thought it was really important to get that freight in there. And know Joe worked with some people like Trixie that helped with some data on that stuff. So yeah, more important to get a really strong, good timetable than have 2 week timetables. Not that San Bernardino had 2 week timetables, but in this instance, that was the way we loaded that one up. The weekend was a bonus on San Bernardino, but we don't plan on making that a standard thing.
We've already had a look at freight tonight, so that has been answered along with intermodal terminal and interlocking. And we've already had a look at Beacon Park as well. That was closer to the start of the stream. So that one's already been answered as well.
Why is Matt's wall Shawnage says, why is Matt's wall pulsating? It's the joy of RGB. Or as my son would say, the depths of sadness of RGB.
It's alive. Other cars. We're back onto. God, I forgot the film that I was talking about earlier. Are the cars always going to be randomized, or can we just pick full bi-level and full single level and mix them?
So TSW timetable will always be randomized cars. Obviously, what you do in Formation Designer in free roam is entirely up to you, and in your scenarios is entirely up to you. So you are in control of that, but timetable is always randomized.
It is not fun distracting Harry. It's mean.
A lot of fun.
It is. It's so mean. It's so mean. My ADHD medication has worn off. Did you make training modules? Okay, we're onto some wildcard questions that weren't asked on the forums. Did you make training modules for the HSP and Rotem?
Yep, there are training modules for the HSP, the Rotem, the F40, and the single deck cab car. There's a training module for ATC and Access, and there is obviously a standard route intro on the route as well.
Are all the services the same amount of cars, and are there double headers?
So I'm going to need to go and get an answer for that one. I don't know the answer for that one. I don't think I've seen any double headers. But we have seen that some of the trains we've seen have been different lengths. So I think I can say confidently that trains are different amounts of cars. I don't think there's double headers, but someone will yell at me tomorrow if I'm wrong.
Okay. Can you use the HSP on New York Trenton?
Via free roam. You can put any train anywhere you like, pretty much, but it's not part of the timetable. Rob says, how come we didn't have any fireworks during the stream? Because there was enough of them outside.
There really was. It's got that kind of Silent Hill fog thing going on right now outside, which is, and the smell. I quite like the smell and the Silent Hill fog the day after. Do these trains layer onto Boston Sprinter?
No, currently they don't. It's something we want to have a look at, but not making any promises about that. About what we could potentially do for backporting these back onto the other timetable. But like I said, at this point in time, we don't have any plans for that. So assume that it's not happening.
Okay. Will there be express services?
There's a good mix of services on there. Explained it as earlier on as we were doing the run, but you've got different times of day. The service patterns change. You've got a number of stations which are only on one track, so they literally can't run a balanced service. So if you're heading westbound and you want to stop at some of these stations, you have to run on the wrong track. You have to go onto the left track, which obviously causes conflicts for services. So one of the things they do is in the evening, the westbound trains will run a mix of stopping services and express services, but they'll do it on the left track almost the entire way. I think probably until Framingham sort of area, where they switch back onto the right track again. So yeah, you've got quite a range of different things happening, and yeah, whether or not you're stopping at a minimal number of stations or stopping at every blade of grass along the way. So yeah, there's a good mix. One of the services I was running the other day runs completely on the left track, but it's an express service. The one behind it is the stopping service, and this one's an express. It's one of 4 trains that runs, I think it's 4, that runs wrong track. But this one ran express for something like 9 miles before it stopped at the next station. So yeah, there's a good mix, a really good mix of services, and the chopping and changing of tracks actually keeps it quite interesting.
We've already answered this one, and we've already answered that one. And we can re-answer them. Which can you choose what cars you want to have on your train in timetable mode?
No. You can choose what you're driving, but you can't choose what the rest is.
What your cars are. Yeah. And will AI trains use the bells and horns?
Nope.
Also, no. Also, no on that one. Wait.
Do the HSP 46 and the F40 run the same services? Let me have a quick look. I believe they do. I think it's interchangeable. Let me have a look. Right, Boston timetable HSP 57, F40 37. So there's fewer services on the F40 than there are on the HSP, but there'll be overlaps in
there. Did you do any? I'm assuming physical. They mean physical modifications for this. Did you do any modifications to the F40, or does it still look the same inside?
I think it's... I don't know is the short answer to that question. I don't think there's been a lot of changes, if anything. It'll be minor bug fixes rather than anything else, I think. But we can get you a more solid answer to that one.
I think a couple of these I'm just going to get them put down and try and we'll go through the answers for them tomorrow, and I'll get them up on the forums.
Pointer rail. Someone asked earlier if the locomotive is random when picking the cab car. Yes, it is. Anything you're not driving is subject to substitution.
Then that has literally just answered the next question at the exact same time. Spooky. Okay. And does it have suspension physics? We've seen
all of the stock.
We've seen it tonight.
All the stock
in
comes with it has suspension. Obviously, the stuff that layers in doesn't, unless it had it before. But the HSP, the Rotems, the CDC3 cab car, and the F40 have all got suspension.
When we saw them in action as well, which was nice. Is Grafton and Upton Railroad modelled at Grafton?
I have no idea. Let me have a quick look.
You would assume so, but I don't know.
Because of the track, I wouldn't necessarily assume.
Yeah, that's true.
Grafton. Let me have a switch spawn on foot. I'll switch it to the game so you can all see as well. So I don't know where this is. Someone gonna guide me where to... I'm not gonna say tell me where to go because I know where that ends. Definitely not getting dizzy. There's a seat in case you're tired on the way up. I like that. It's very helpful. So yeah, I don't know where this is. If it would be.
Question, Brummy Badman. Or was it? I might have just missed it.
Should be a branch line on the map. Doesn't look like it then. No, I mean, we wouldn't normally do that kind of thing. It's surprising how much extra work that sort of thing starts to add.
Mm.
Get out of my way.
Oh, okay, there's, on the map, they're talking about the yard to the west in the general area of Grafton.
Yeah, they're on the bottom right of the 9 map. What, this? Oh, the G&U. Yeah, I think that's what you were talking about, wasn't it?
Which you saw on the main map.
Let's
was
have
the
us
GNU.
a walk.
Oh.
Let's have us a walk. Oh, credit to the team then. I did them a disservice. Let's walk. Unfortunately, I'm in the public shipping build, so I haven't got cheat codes. So we've got to carry on at walking pace.
Okay. Would you like me to go through some more questions?
Let's do questions while I take
walking?
a stroll.
A nice leisurely stroll.
Yeah, it's only about another
Okay.
20 miles.
Are the passenger doors selective, i.e., any door that is not at the platform won't open?
I think they do open. I saw it happen in one of them today. They determine whether to do high or low doors, but I don't think they have a thing that will open or close based on whether there's a platform there or not.
Okay. What freight engines are in this route?
So there are no freight locos that come with the route. The freight locos that you're seeing on this, which are the CSX freight trains, so SD40-2, TP38-2, AC4400, those are coming in from Sandpatch Grade. It also brings in the C40-8W, which is a loco DLC for Sandpatch Grade. Everything else pretty much is is bringing in wagons, freight cars. Spawning in the Holiday Express Jeep here would be very useful, wouldn't it? I like that idea. Somewhere down here. Well, I could just spawn a train and drive it, really, couldn't I? I should have thought of that. If only we had a free roam feature in the game.
Going to free roam. Going to free roam.
I don't know. I'm pretty new to the games. Never really
class
played it.
66.
Yeah, we're going to.
Go to free roam.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Get a class
Is
66
there a
in, Matt. Get a
specific
class
track I
66
need
in.
to be on? I need to be on this track.
Do it.
It's new train. We need a shed, and we're going to make it obviously the pink one.
You did, Trixie. You're doing a great. I went through and saw a few of your comments earlier, and I was like, that is it's really helpful. It's been really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody will love it. Yes! Oh my! Look at it. It's glorious. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I goddamn love these things. Never. No, it's perfect. It's right at home.
Definitely faster than walking.
It's flying. But as you said, definitely faster than walking, Matt. I looked up at the stream instead of the live screen that I can see, and it was going really slowly. I thought you were being sarcastic. Okay, no, it is faster than walking. Look at it go! Ooh, okay, I'll do another question. Sorry about my accent on this. Were the horn sounds recorded?
The Boston depot, just north of Boston North Station, is where all of the stuff that we did was recorded. The train runs that we did, we had 2 non-revenue runs. They were done on the Boston to Worcester line. But everything that was done as what they call a static recording was done in the depot, just around Boston North.
Yes, we have also a really important question from me, Matt, and that is, can we hear the horn? Thanks. Okay, next one is we've already answered the weekend schedule one. No weekend schedule on this one. That was San Bernie Freet. And are you able, on conductor mode, are you able to only open one of the doors so that it's more realistic?
Yeah, you can open local door. On any door on the train, you can just go to that control panel, hit open local door, and it will just open your train.
Nice. Okay. We're at the end of the Q&A, unless there is somebody asked in the chat, so no new engine sounds for the F40, but there are new engine sounds for the F40. I think that is the last of the question. We had one actually. There's no. I think that's it. I think we did it, Matt. It only took us. It's only 10:20.
It's fine. It's fine.
I think we did a good job there. I think 10:20 is.
Hopefully, that's. Well, you folks
us.
tell us if we got the right gauge of this. You know, have you seen everything you want to see? I think we've shown everything that we wanted to see. So we've covered the HSP, we've covered the Rotem cab car, we've done the F40, the CDC cab car, we've done the freight trains, we've done nighttime. I think you've seen a fair bit. So hope you enjoyed. If you've got any questions, ping them on the forums, and we'll try and get you some answers. Otherwise than that, I think probably have a good night. Do you want to do some outro and admin-y stuff if there is any to do?
I shall indeed. Okay, so MBTA Commuter. I hope everybody enjoyed the evening with us this evening. I said evening twice. It's a really great route. I had a look at it earlier. It doesn't seem too new beginner scary either, which is why I like to have a little look in there, because I'm a little bit of a train noob, despite being here for a few months. So MBTA Commuter is out on the 12th, which is next Tuesday. Please be right. Yes. Oh gosh, I'm looking at October. Yes, it's next Tuesday. Eventually, I'll change that calendar eventually. So MBTA Commuter is out on the 12th. We've got... What have we got coming up? Matt?
No idea.
I'm about to...
I seem to remember. I've got a vague memory there being 2 other things that we've got planned, but I can't remember what they are.
On Tuesday?
I don't know when they were or what they are. For some reason, the number 2 is in my head, but
okay. Maybe it's just the Tuesday bit. So yes. It is also 12th of November. MBTA Commuter. It is coming out for across all platforms. Just bear in mind for once again for Gen 8 that will be Gen 8 will be missing the, I'm going to say it wrong again. It's going to be missing the Amtrak Acela layer. Right, okay. It's going to be missing the Amtrak Acela layer. This was just done to basically help improve stability on the Gen 8 consoles. it is, and it's also going to be it is $29.99 of English pounds, and $39.99. As for what's coming up next, we've got the roadmap will be coming out soon, and I think that's around about it for now. There was definitely something in my head, but I have not written it down. Like a fool.
It never happened then.
But it never happened. And the West Coast Preston to Carlisle stream will be putting some comms out on that eventually. But I will speak to everyone tomorrow about it. We'll get the comms out on it. And the DLC. How much will the DLC be again? Oh no! I'm gonna have to. Let me just blind myself again. It was $29.99 pounds, $39.99, and €35.99. Okay. That is probably all of the information that I have. We've done our Q&As. We've shown you the route. We hope that you enjoyed the route. We hope that you loved it. What outro? What kind of outro would you like, Matt? I hope nobody will fall out with me for the puns that I've made this evening, yourself included, Matt.
I think we need to close the stream with a proper dad joke.
A proper dad joke. Should I tell the one that I told you the other day and you said that was terrible, but it was train related?
Yeah, go for it. Let's make everybody have to experience this.
Okay. Okay, Matt. What is the train driver's favourite chocolate?
See, I can't even remember the answer, but I know I'm dreading saying, I don't know, what's a train driver's favourite chocolate?
It's after freight.
After freight. Anyway, on that note, folks, apologies. And we'll see you on the next stream.
Sorry.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.